The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. I'm Pinky Webb. Today on the program, the infighting continues within PDP-Laban as Senator warns the ruling party may cease to exist if an outsider will become its standard bearer in 2022 elections. Malacañang downplays the threat of the possible expulsion of President Rodrigo Duterte from PDP-Laban, saying the party only gained more members because of the president. And later, senators want a probe on the alleged dumping of human waste in the South China Sea. Senator Koko Pimentel joins us live. President Rodrigo Duterte is expected to attend the PDP National Assembly on July 17, organized by Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi. This despite calls from Senator Manny Pacquiao and other high-ranking PDP-Laban officials to ignore the assembly. Two factions appear to be at odds inside the ruling party. One group is backing the possible candidacy of Senator Manny Pacquiao for president in 2022. The other faction is quote throwing their support to an outsider. Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have Senator and PDP-Laban Executive Vice Chairman Koko Pimentel. Senator, welcome to The Source. Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras.
Magandang umaga, Pinky. Sa lahat po ng nanonood. Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you now, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I know that you really refuse or you'd rather not talk about politics. Yun po yung sinabi niyo kay Marichu Villanueva. Ano po? We will talk about also your legislative agenda, but it's time to talk about politics now, especially because there will be a PDP National Assembly this Saturday. Knowing, Senator, that this will push through, it seems that this will push through. How will you view this meeting? Would you describe it as an invalid meeting or null and void?
Yes, the authority to hold such a meeting has been questioned and is not recognized. Therefore, they're holding an activity with no legal basis for holding it. So even if they succeed in physically holding such an activity, from the point of view of national headquarters, as if nothing happened.
Mm-hmm. You were also appealing to the members not to attend this meeting on Saturday. That is correct, sir.
Yes, yes. I'm also confused because I think they have two meetings, July 16 and July 17. So members should not attend both meetings.
What happens to those members who will attend the meeting? I also have been hearing, sir, that there will be two, July 16 and July 17. Pero doon po sa mga mag-a-attend, ano hong mangyayari sa kanila? Will sanctions be imposed?
Well, hinay-hinay na siguro sa sanctions because some people can really be misled because of some color of authority from the organizers. So we will just look at the participation of the persons there. So depende po on what will happen. So right now we cannot say what will be the action of PDP-Laban headquarters against those who will attend. So but ako pakiusap ko na lang sa headquarters is din hinay-hinay din po sa pag-sanction ng tao. Doon lang tayo sa mga yung pasimuno, yung mga masterminds talaga ng itong mga nangyayari na nagkakalituhan, which may ultimately lead to maybe a split or some factionalism within the party. Doon tayo sa masterminds.
So, sino ho ang mga mastermind?
Well, from what I see, it is this is really all the activities, the May 31 meeting, the July 16 meeting, July 17 meeting, were the ideas of Secretary Cusi.
Hmm. Any other mastermind, sir?
And those people who help him. Pero syempre siya na lang siya yung ano doon. I think because he has some close colleagues then helping him, but I think this is all the recent moves or activities in the party are the brainchild of Secretary Cusi.
But Senator Koko, what happens if the president attends this meeting on July 17?
Well, I'm sure he will attend because of the invitation of Secretary Cusi. Maybe not hearing our call for members not to attend or disregarding our call. So it will not change the position of the PDP-Laban headquarters that the upcoming two activities as well as the one previously held in last May 31 have no legal basis, have no authority to be held.
But ano po yung magiging epekto? Let's just say that the president attends because Acting Secretary General Matibag is saying that in fact the president will attend and preside. If the president attends and presides, knowing that he is the chairman of the party, will this not legitimize the meeting, the upcoming meeting on July 17?
Because the party constitution says that even those meetings chaired by the chairman, the agenda must be fixed in coordination with the party president. In the PDP-Laban structure, under the constitution which I wrote decades ago, the most critical officer of the party is the party president. Dapat walang mangyari concerning the party na hindi alam ng party president. So, kaya even the fixing of the agenda in meetings where the party president is not to preside because the chairman is to preside, the party president must be part of fixing the agenda. Doon sa May 31, nakatago yung agenda. July 16, nakatago. No, July 17, nag-invite lang sila para syempre mapakita nila na in-invite ka ha. Pero hindi pa rin fulfilled yung mandate or directive of the party constitution that the party president is involved in the calling and organizing of such events. Hindi pwedeng hindi pwedeng maitsapwera ang party president sa very important party activities. Nasa constitution 'yan, and that's the spirit as well as the letter of the PDP-Laban Constitution.
So it really plays an important role. The president of the party plays a very important role. Here's the thing. You were right in saying that they can easily say, and they possibly have invited you, even Senator Pacquiao, to join the meeting. The problem is the senator is not here. So hindi siya makaka-attend. In an event like that, pwede ho bang gamitin yon as basis na maging valid yung meeting sa July 17 dahil wala po si Acting President Manny Pacquiao?
Well, dapat from the very start involved na yung scheduling, hindi dapat yun ginugulat ka lang, di ba? Kasi you're part of the activity. You're the party president. Nothing happens in the party. Nothing, all the more important events should happen with the knowledge and participation of the party president. So including the agenda, the fixing of the agenda. Nasa Constitution po yung klarong-klaro sa PDP-Laban Constitution. So if a meeting, an important meeting has been scheduled to time during the absence of the party president, definitely, I mean, number one, he did not participate in the scheduling of that meeting. He did not have a hand in the organizing of that meeting. And definitely, he had no hand in fixing the agenda for that meeting. So, clearly violative of the party constitution. So it's all of these deficiencies cannot be cured by saying na we sent him a
invitation.
picture of the invitation through Viber or mga ganon. So wala pa yun. It does not matter. It does not cure the lack of intent to comply with the party constitution.
Do you think that it was intentional, Senator, that the meeting be held on July 16 and or 17 now that Senator Pacquiao is out of the country?
You better ask Secretary Cusi because this is really his brainchild from the one starting May 31 and even his prior moves to May 31. So only Secretary Cusi can explain how he scheduled this, why he scheduled this, why he is calling for this, what is the agenda. Do they want to pick the party's presidential nominee with no one? Is that the way to be run?
Senator Koko?
Did you hear me?
But I think pareho po tayong naghang yung ating internet connection. Could you repeat the last possibly even 2 or 3 sentences, sir? Hindi din sigurado narinig ng mga nanonood sa atin.
Do you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Hello, Pinky? Okay. So about the scheduling, you better ask Secretary Cusi why they chose July 16, July 17, as well as the May 31 date, because all of these are the product of his mind. The earlier moves that he also made to meet party mates, consult with them, call them to meetings. These are all the brainchild of Secretary Cusi. And then if part of the agenda in one of their meetings is that the party will now nominate its presidential candidate in 2022, whose name has not yet been revealed, even up to this day, then it will be a surprise to all of the attendees. Therefore, if that is how he wants to run the party, then he better explain. Because the normal way, the nominees to a party convention, presidential nominees, should be well known days before the party convention, di ba? These are not kept secret kasi parang sinisekreto mo, kinahihiya mo ba yung kandidato mo? Dapat hindi ganoon. But so far, that is what is happening now in the activities called by Secretary Cusi. So if you have questions to supply deficiencies, we better ask Secretary Cusi.
I'll do that. Senator, as soon as I get Secretary Cusi and I'm able to interview him. But personally, do you think po intentional nga yung ginagawang National Assembly para po sa inyo now that Senator Manny Pacquiao is out of the country?
Well, yung pagpili ng date, I do not really know si Secretary Cusi yan. But even if Senator Manny were here in the Philippines, he would not attend such a rogue assembly, an unauthorized assembly. Kasi nga, uulitin ko, hindi dapat nagugulat ang party president na, uy, meron palang napaka-importanting meeting na gagawin ng party. Bakit gulat ako? Ba't di ko alam? Sabi ng Constitution, I also help in fixing the agenda. So if you help fix the agenda, you also help fix the details. You also help fix the schedule. Di ba? So,
okay.
Kahit nandito po si Senator Manny Pacquiao sa Pilipinas, hindi po siya mag-a-attend dyan.
We'll be taking a short break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our guest today, Senator Koko Pimentel. Senator, balikan ko lang po yung isang point na ni-raise ko kanina. What I want to find out from you is, kung magpakita nga po si Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa Sabado, what kind of message does that send to you and to the rest of the members of PDP-Laban?
That the President Duterte now follows the lead of Secretary Cusi as far as the party is concerned. That would be the meaning of that.
Mhm. And is that obviously, I would assume that it's not acceptable to you and to Senator Manny Pacquiao.
Hindi, ano kasi kami, we are a party of ideology, rules. Hindi po kami personality based. So our chairman happens to be the President of the Republic of the Philippines, a very charismatic person with very huge following and very popular. So those are facts about him. Pero pagdating po sa partido, when you call for an important meeting, you do not keep the party president blind of the details of the event. It's just a reality.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Yeah,
But
ganun po kami. There are rules to follow. If the most popular person in the party will attend a meeting which we have not recognized, then it does not change the fact that we still do not recognize that meeting because the compliance with the Constitution did not change at all.
Hindi
diba?
po nasunod.
So, andun pa rin.
Okay, hindi nasunod based on the bylaws.
The defects and the violations from the start are still there.
But would you submit, Senator Koko, that the possible attendance of the president will somehow affect the faction of Senator Manny Pacquiao, of Senator Koko Pimentel? Hihina ho kaya yung inyong grupo kapag makita si Pangulo sa Sabado? Would you submit to that?
Well, hindi naman kasi I think the president has never been identified with our faction, di ba? Meron pa nga silang word war ni Senator Pacquiao. Ako kasi ang aking point is ganito. If we are to reorganize the party, we have to make sure not to neglect the chapters. Wag kaming nakafocus sa mga sikat lamang na politiko kasi yan ang isang katangian ng PDP-Laban na proud ako eh. Hindi lang kami partido ng mga kilala ninyong mga mukha, mga politiko, mga elected. Hindi, meron din kaming mga common members na matagal na, dekada na kasama ng partido. Wag silang kalimutan. Okay, at saka yung mga gustong agawin yung manobela ng partido namin, siguraduhin nating ito yung mga taong naka-invest sa partido. Hindi lang ito yung mga bagong member biglang sipot lang dyan, hindi nag-comply sa mga basic membership requirements namin, hindi man lamang tumulong sa partido, pero pagdating na ng election time, pag tinatawagan ay present, sumisipot. Hindi ganon. Hindi kami papayag sa ganon. In the name of our long-time chapter members who may not be well known and who are not running in elections but they are genuine members of the party. Sila naman yung pinoproteksyonan namin.
Senator, narinig ko nga po sa inyong interview nung tinanong kayo ilan ang miyembro. Sa pagkaalala ko, sabi mo, more or less everyone yung sinasabi mo ang kilala at hindi kilala, tatakbo man o hindi tatakbo. If I'm not mistaken, you said about 100,000. Pero in terms of politicians who are part of PDP-Laban, you said more or less from what you recall, it's about 8,000. Is that still the number now?
Mga between 5 and 7,000 yung mga, let us say, up to the weight up to councilors, yeah.
5 to 7,000. Okay.
Yeah, the number is between 5 to 7,000 if I remember correctly.
My next question is, have you reached out to the president? Has he not responded to any appeals or possible meetings between your group and the president? Nasaan na ho kayo in terms of trying to speak or have a meeting with President Duterte?
There was one meeting with Senator Manny Pacquiao and President Duterte. Nakalimutan ko na lang yung date siguro. Let's put it at March lang. I'm guessing here March 2021. Pero I was informed, since I was not there, it was a very brief meeting. So wala siguro silang na pag-usapan o na-resolve doon. Hence, after that meeting, Senator Pacquiao has a pending request for a second meeting. Hindi pa po granted yung second meeting.
Kayo po personally, have you tried to reach out to the president?
Again, ako? Si Senator,
Opo.
yes, si Senator Manny Pacquiao na po para one request na po.
Okay, so hindi na po kayo nag-attempt to even have a meeting with the president?
Through Senator Manny Pacquiao, yes, we will attempt. Still attempt. For as long as we belong to one party, we should attempt.
Okay. There was also an interview where you said that kung ang gusto ng grupo ni Secretary Cusi, although he's saying wala pa ho daw silang ine-endorso. Siguro let me start with that. Wala pang ine-endorso sila, hindi pa sila nakakapili, yung grupo na yon. Do you believe that?
With all the activity preparatory to the 2022 elections, tapos pag tanungin mo siya, why are you doing this? Why this sudden ultra activities in the party to prepare for 2022? Sino bang minamanok nyo? Sinong nasa isip mong ipupush ninyo? Sagot, wala. I mean, medyo only a person with some sort of stake in 2022 would move in a fashion like this.
But didn't you also say, Senator Koko, na kung gusto nila yung grupo ni Secretary Cusi, si Mayor Sara at President, tapos kung gusto nila, let me repeat this, kung gusto ng grupo nila tumakbo si Pangulo bilang VP at ang gusto ninyo tumakbo si Senator Manny Pacquiao bilang Pangulo, bakit hindi nila magsama ang dalawa?
Ano lang yung tanong ko yun, parang hypothetical question lang, kunyari sa mga objective minds na nakikinig, di ba? I mean, kunyari ikaw, Pinky, you're not a member of the party and then naririnig mo, bakit ba nagkakagulo sa PDP-Laban? Kasi yung isang grupo, pinupush nila Pacquiao for president. Tapos yung isang grupo, ang sigaw nila, Rodrigo Duterte for vice president. Kaya sila nag-aaway. Hindi ka ba mapapakamot ng ulo mo? At magtatanong ka, bakit sila mag-aaway? Di ba? Yun. So,
no. Okay.
At maniwala ka, hanggang ngayon, nag-aaway pa, umabot pa kami ngayon sa matinding away na. At ganyan ang mga publicly stated positions ng dalawang kampo. There is one name for president and another name for vice president, and yet hindi sila magkaayos-ayos.
Nagkakasundo.
Bakit kaya?
Pero is that something that you would support? Kayo po, Pacquiao and Duterte tandem.
Well, una sa lahat kasi, I have heard the president say, a lot of times na pagod na siya. Ito na yung last political office na hawakan niya. He has reached the highest position under our presidential form of government. Actually, sabi nga niya, nung nahalal siya, sabi niya, hindi na ako mamumulitika because siguro father of the nation na siya. Ayaw na niyang ma-identify sa political party. Yun ang pagkaintindi ko because he will be, a father to the nation, taking care of the nation. So ilang beses ko narinig yun. So naniwala naman ako. So sa tingin ko, pag gano'n na po ang sinabi po ng isang tao, wag na in fairness to him and out of respect for him, wag na natin siyang pilitin na itas ino-nominate mo pa to be vice president after being president. So I will respect the statements I have heard from the president a lot of times in the past. So therefore, that after his presidency, he wants to rest and he would no longer involve himself in politics, especially running for political office.
Okay, but if President Rodrigo Duterte decides to run for vice president, will you support him?
If the process happens within the party, then we will have to discuss it because he is a party mate. Ganun po dapat. Ako as a long-time party leader, if there is an interest being expressed by a party mate, we will have to entertain it. Yun ang una nating reaction, entertain and not be dismissive of it.
Okay, we need to take another short break. The source will be right back. Senator, mabilisan na lang po. I'm asking you about the possible vice presidential candidacy because ang sabi po ni PDP-Laban National Education Committee Chair Pines Arcega, marami daw sa inyong mga kasamahan ay hindi sang-ayon na tumakbo si Pangulo bilang vice president in the 2022 elections. And if this were to happen, ang sabi po niya, according to reports, Duterte could be removed from the party. So let me ask you straight, is this possible? Can this happen?
Hindi ko masyadong nakuha yung tanong mo, no? But ganito na lang. I'll go to the essence of the question. We should use expulsion sparingly because that's the ultimate penalty that you can impose on an erring member. So make sure you don't use it, you don't use it lightly, or you don't threaten expulsion lightly. So yun po yun. And running for a public office should not be a ground for expulsion unless gumamit ka ng certificate of nomination ng ibang party. And nasa ano po yun? That's a very specific ground for automatic expulsion sa aming constitution. So hinay-hinay lang din nga sa paggamit ng concept ng expulsion because ulitin ko, I will advise my party mates kasi ako nga sumulat ng party constitution at saka abogado ako, and some of them are not lawyers and did not write the constitution, na yung expulsion po ay yun na po yung ultimate and the gravest penalty that we can impose on a party member. Kaya wag po nating madaling gamitin yun sa ating mga pananalita.
Opo. Senator, kasi ang sabi po ni Secretary Roque, pinareact po siya doon. Ang sinabi nga niya, kung matanggal daw po si Pangulo, dating isang jeep lang daw, in so many words, ang mga miyembro ng PDP, at kung matanggal nga daw si Pangulo, matitira na lang daw ng isang jeep yung mga miyembro ng PDP. Your quick reaction to that, please.
Well, wala yun. I mean, hindi kami worried doon. At hindi, kung he meant it to be an insult, hindi rin kami na insulto doon. Kasi kung tutusin, kung jeep nga yan, nakaproduce nga ng presidente, di ba, no? 2016 eh. Tapos si Secretary Roque, gusto ngang humitch pa dyan sa jeep na yan eh. So, wag na natin pag-usapan yan. Kahit bumalik ka sa tricycle, ang importante kasi may ideology. Merong pinaniniwalaan, may basic principles and objectives yung party. At hindi lang kayo para kayong country club lang dyan ng mga politiko, ng mga mayayamang tao. Hindi kami ganun. So kung kami po ay babalik sa pinakamaliit namin na bilang, then we will strive against to sell our ideology, our basic principles, and then participate in elections, and who knows, with the people's support and the blessings of God, we might return to becoming the ruling party. Tsaka hindi rin kasi namin, Pinky, hindi yan yung purpose ng establishment ng PDP-Laban na to be the ruling party or to be always the ruling party. Hindi po. Ang importante sa amin to propagate our basic principles and objectives and beliefs. Ikalat, educate ng mga tao.
Okay. Senator, we've run out of time. In fact, overtime na tayo. Just some of the legislative agenda. I will say it, of course, I heard it with the interview nga with Marichu. Yung PH Passport Act, meron din Philippine Archipelagic Sea Lanes Act. And I wanted to ask you, about the supposed dumping of human waste, but my apologies, sir, because naubos na po yung oras natin. I hope I get a part. too with you, Senator. Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras.
Thank you. Thank you
And
very
thank you
much.
for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.